All right. Hey guys, happy Easter. Welcome to our Easter power planning. I know that it's a holiday, so I appreciate you guys all being here. I just didn't want to not plan for the week ahead because of the holiday. And as always, we record these. So if anyone on your team is like, oh, I missed it, they have access to it. It'll be on my YouTube channel and it's public, so they can find it in there. So with all that said, we're just going to hit the ground running. It's the 4th, which means tomorrow is our first auto ship. We actually have 2 auto ships coming up. So before we dive into the auto ship talk, we're going to start with what we call rate of run. Now, because we're only 4 days in, there's not going to be a lot of rate of run yet, although I shouldn't say that because there's been a promo, so possibly. But for those of you that are new, rate of run is just basically where we do the math. We take the volume that's happened so far in the month, we average it out, and then we say, okay, if that's the average we're doing every day and we stay at this pace, here's what we're going to end the month at. So it's just a guesstimate, but it's pretty accurate of where you're going to land. And the reason that's so important is we all have goals. Your goal might be 4K. Your goal might be 80K. But again, you're not going to know how far you're getting if you don't know where you are. So we're going to kick off with rate of run. So what you're going to do is log into your cloud, and just right there on that very first page, you're going to scroll down until you see business snapshot. You're going to click that so it opens. And then below that, you're going to see where it talks, there's a qualification bar. You're going to see where it says current QV. So you're going to take that dollar amount, the current QV, that's how much you and everyone under you on your team has done so far today. You're going to take that dollar amount and divide it by 4 because today is the 4th of the month. So you can do rate of run any day of the month. You got to plug in the correct dates. So when you take your current volume divided by 4, now the number you're looking at is the average of what you and your team have been selling on the daily. Again, this could be a little inflated in the best possible way because of the promo. Could be a little higher, maybe too, because of credits. Credits came out Tuesday. No, not Tuesday. Whatever day the second fell on. Friday. I was way off. I was going to say I was close. But it's still a great place for us to start. So once you have that new average number, then you are going to multiply it by, and I had to look because I can't remember, by 30. And the reason we do that is because there's 30 days in April. So if you were to keep that average for 30 days, the new number you're looking at is where you would finish the month at. Again, this is not a solid written in stone. This can change. This can move by tomorrow with auto ships. This should move a little bit for you too, but it's just really, really good to check in on your rate of run. It's something that I check once a day. And so you can kind of see it go up and down as the month progresses, but definitely from the 16th, 18th of the month on, it gets pretty darn accurate, which is a great way for you to know, yes, I'm going to get my goal, or, oh my gosh, I better get my button gear and do something different because I'm not going to hit my goal. So I always like to keep track of the rate of run. If I went too fast, excuse me, and it doesn't make sense, just let me know and we'll go back over that. But what we are going to start with, and hopefully, because we talked about it last week, hopefully you guys have already done this, but we have an auto ship tomorrow. We also have one this Saturday. So we're going to hit both of our customer lists for tomorrow and Saturday. And if you have not yet reached out to people about their auto ship tomorrow, your best bet at this point is probably going to be to text message them or call them if you are that closely connected with them, because it's a holiday. And I don't know that people are going to open their email or open Messenger. They might not. But you want to make sure you contact these people, because nobody wants to wake up tomorrow and have a withdrawal from their account that they're not prepared for. So what we're going to do is we're going to log into, we're still in the cloud, hopefully, if you haven't left. This time you're going to go to the menu button. You're going to click the My Team button, and then you're going to go all the way to the bottom of that option where it says My Customers. That's going to pop up, and it's the people it's showing you first and foremost are your direct customers, not people in your downlines customer list, but your customer list. At the top, it says customer number, customer name, email. Scroll all the way to the right until you see where it says Next Auto Ship. You're going to click that box twice, and it's going to put everybody in order by date. So now if you scroll down, you're going to look for anybody with an auto ship on April 5th and April 10th. So what we're going to do right now is write those people's names down, especially people for the 5th, if you haven't contacted them yet. For the 10th. Okay, so while you guys are writing those down, I already contacted my 5th, but I did have somebody for the 10th to write down. If you have not yet made contact, definitely do your best to get a hold of this person tonight to just say, hey, I hope you had a great Easter. Wanted to make sure that you remember tomorrow your auto ship for your chocolate lifestyle mix or your 3 steps or your rest gel, whatever it is that they've got on auto ship. And you can see that just in case you're new and you're not sure. If you were to, like for instance, this girl, Jennifer, she has an auto ship tomorrow. If I go over and click, if I go back, scroll back to the far left and I click her customer number, it's going to pull up and it shows me that her auto ship for tomorrow is set for a 4-week pack with 2 vanilla lifestyle mixes and a black label. So that's when I could reach out and say, that's what you have coming tomorrow. Would you like to change the shake mix? If you do, we've got to do this before 11:59 p.m. Eastern, or I always tell people 9 p.m. because I go to bed. So just make sure you make some sort of contact. Now, the people that don't have anything coming till the 10th, or you can just start getting this in your mind for the people for the 15th that will be coming up later in the month. What I prefer to do for auto shippers, instead of waiting till the last minute in a panic, I try to get conversations started with them the week prior to their auto ship going out. And I do that by peeking on them in their social media, seeing what they've been up to. There is going to be no lack of conversation starters for us this week because people have had a holiday. So I've seen tons of spring break. I've seen tons of Easter egg hunts. I've like tons of stuff. So you're going to have things to talk about with people. And I just try to get the conversation started. How did it go? You know, I saw you finally got to visit your mom, or I saw you finally, the kids came in from out of town, like whatever it is that happened that you're seeing on their social media, start a conversation with them about that. Get some banter back and forth, like to have a true, honest conversation. Like I always feel so candid or like, I don't know, cheesy when I'm like, make a conversation, but like make it a real conversation. And then a couple of days into it, it won't be awkward for you to be like, oh, hey, you know, we were just talking about how you said you signed up for that new yoga class that, you know, blah, blah, whatever, or your cycling class is back open again now because, you know, COVID restrictions or whatever they told you. And you can spin that into on this auto ship that's coming up this month. Why don't we swap out, or why don't we add in? Again, it's customer service. It's just you taking the time to get to know the person, to find out what's going on in their life. And then you thinking, how can I help that person? If somebody just told you that Easter was like the worst day they've had in forever because of XYZ and they're under a ton of stress, that's someone you could talk to about Biotic and Black Label, you know, massage therapy. I'm just kidding. Like to have conversations with them, because then you have something that you can help them with. Maybe someone's not sleeping because they're stressed out, or maybe somebody's got a new baby at home. And so there's a million things that go on people's lives, but the more you know about your people, the better you're going to do. And I will throw this in, and I'm sure some of you have heard me say this before. Your auto shippers, they're the best. They're the people who you make money off of while you're sleeping. When you wake up tomorrow and it says you sold something in your sleep on an auto ship, that is a gift. So as much as we are always looking for new people and we're always doing new reach outs, do not lose track of your auto shippers. They are the people who are like your bread and butter. So treat them like gold. Make sure you're staying in contact with them. Make sure you're trying to help them. Make sure they're having a great experience. You don't want to lose an auto shipper because they had, you know, a bad experience and didn't feel like they were close enough to tell you about it. The other thing too, if someone says to you tonight, oh my gosh, I can't do my auto ship. You know, we just had the roof repaired, or my car just broke down. That's okay. I'm telling you that, and you're going to tell them that it's okay. You can skip a month. We can switch the date. We can change the items. It's no pressure. That's the beautiful thing about our auto ship. So if someone has to cancel, remember, it's not about you, it's about them and what they need in their life. So just try to pull yourself out, just be that customer service rep who's there to help someone, and make sure you're making that conversation. So with all of that, you guys, we have a few hours left of free shipping. I don't know about you. I've had some response, and then I've had some crickets, I think because of the holiday weekend, which is fine. Like it's there if people want it. It might be a little late for some of you, but maybe not, like you still have a few hours. Anytime the company throws out something like free shipping, what can you do also? So if your brand spanking new and you're like, lady, I got nothing, all I can do is free shipping. Awesome. Run with it. if you've been here a little bit and you've got a pack of, I don't know, maybe TAC, which is back ordered. If you have a pack of that laying around, you could say, not only are you getting free shipping with this order, but you're going to get 5 days worth of TAC to try. Like you can literally open the pack and mail it, like mail them individual DFTs. Or maybe you have credits and you can say with free shipping plus $10 in credits or $25 in credits, whatever it is that you have, like grease the wheel, add to it. Like the free shipping from corporate is a gift. And then what do you have that can make it even better? But again, if you're brand new and free shipping is all you've got, that's awesome to have free shipping. There once was a time when I was new and if I had $15 in credits, I could offer someone free shipping. So this is the very nice thing already that you're able to give them. But don't give up on that. There are a lot of people, if you are looking at your auto shippers for tomorrow, they have the opportunity to order tonight to get free shipping. They have to use the code, so don't forget that. But that's a really nice offer of you, again, watching out for them, saying, hey, I know your auto ship's coming tomorrow, but if you order it tonight, we can save you shipping. Maybe you'll hear back, maybe not. I'm not sure. I got to read chat. Had a great weekend. Oh, yay. They don't always something. Oh, realize that there are options for dates. Yes, exactly. Yeah, that worked for me. Oh, good. Susan. Yeah. So Susan she reached out to her 5th auto shippers, even your 10th auto shippers, or maybe someone who was like, I can order the middle of the month. Hey, I know you said middle of the month, but I just want to let you know if you do it tonight, it's free shipping. If not, no big deal. We'll do the middle of the month. Like always let people know what's out there for them. Because put yourself in their shoes. If you're a customer of someone's and they're not telling you like that they had a way you could save money, you'd be so disappointed and sad and maybe a little bit ticked. So I just always try to think like, if that was me, I would want to know. And I don't rely on people opening their email from Lavelle because if you're not a promoter, like, okay, as promoters, do we not wake up almost every Saturday and go, oh, did we get something? Right? Don't lie. We all do it. Customers don't do that. They don't know. They're living their life. They have no idea what's going on. They don't know that people are trying to earn a trip or earn a car. They have no clue. And it's a holiday weekend and some of them are away from work and the last thing they want to do is look at their email. So even though they may have gotten it, I always still reach out and say, hey, I don't know if you saw the promo that launched today. If you need details, let me know. Hey, I don't know if you saw that corporate dropped some free shipping. If you need the promo code, let me know. I just make sure they're aware of it. And a lot of people are like, oh, I didn't see it, or, oh, we were really busy, or, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, again, it's our job to help these people. Like I always think of my job in like 2 phases. One, I have to go find the people to help. And then secondly, I got to help the people I found, because it's really easy to just keep going out and finding people, but you got to help the people you found. Don't leave them hanging. Like they're helping your paycheck. So don't leave them hanging. So I feel like those are like the 3 main things. So Rate of Run we did, the auto ships, and then the free shipping. So now moving forward with the week ahead of us, it's going to be a busy week. It's going to be a busy next 8 months out of the gate for me. One of our businesses that we have is getting ready to reopen. And so I love being busy, and when I'm busy, I get more stuff done. So I'm just going to take you through how I'm preparing for my week, and hopefully it helps you. I do my month calendar, which I know I've talked about this before. If you haven't seen it, I'm sure there's a YouTube somewhere where I talk about planning out your month calendar. But I already know, I already have my big calendar in front of me. I see tonight's power plan. I see tomorrow night's our team Zoom. I know there's auto ships. I already know all that stuff that's going on. But I'm going to be planning a small incentive for a couple of legs of my team, hopefully by Tuesday or Wednesday. I actually have an incentive that I'm doing. I got to draw the winner for tomorrow. We're doing a free hotel in Fort Worth. So I know I have a lot of people chomping at the bit to find out who gets that. So I already have that on my calendar. So I know the big things are on my calendar. So now what I want to do is make it as easy as possible for me to do my Lavelle business when I can. Like, I don't want to come into the office tomorrow and sit down and be like, wonder who I should talk to. Like, we're going to figure that out right now, who we're going to talk to this week. So the very first thing I always do for this is I go straight to Facebook, which is funny. Like, who thought Facebook would be part of your job? And on mine, I have an Android, and I know Apple is similar yet different. So I just go to the search and I type in birthdays. Mine says upcoming birthday shortcut. And it's showing me birthdays from today. I've already talked to those people today. It will also show you like maybe a birthday or two that maybe you missed prior. So what I'm going to do is I'm getting ready to write down all the names of the people that have birthdays coming up. So again, for me on the Android, it pops up today's birthdays, and then it gives me a couple of days worth of past birthdays if I've missed them. And you guys, if you've missed someone's birthday, that's okay. There's a thing called happy belated birthday for a reason. And as a matter of fact, happy belated birthday gets noticed a whole lot more than just happy birthday. Because if you've ever opened your Facebook on your birthday and it's like bing, 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 and you can't keep track and you're trying to thank people and you get overwhelmed, people go through that too. But on the day after, if you get one or two people saying happy belated, you totally see that message or that post and you're able to like actually see that. So some people will purposely only do belated birthdays. Some people will do birthdays the day before. You do what works for you. But today, right now, we're going to write down the names of everyone who has a birthday coming up. So if I scroll, it says upcoming birthdays and then it says tomorrow. So I'm going to take a couple minutes here and write down my names on the day that their birthday is going to happen so that I can be ready when that. I don't have anybody having a birthday on the April 6th. How funny. Okay. Anyway, birthdays, writing them down. This is also a great time as you're going through birthdays to realize like, oh, like this person has two accounts, Facebook accounts. It's the same person, same name, same birthday. So I need to make sure that I am following, I know I'm following, but or connected to both of them, but like whichever one is not actually active, I should just go ahead and unfollow or unfriend. So that frees up space in my Facebook. This is also a great time if you run across someone who you are no longer connected to, or maybe it's a thriver on your team someplace, you can unfollow. And I know this, some people get their feelings hurt. If you're using social media to build your business, you don't need to be friends and following and chit-chatting all day long with other thrivers. They already know what you've got. You need to be following and friending people who do not yet thrive, because that is where your business is going to grow. So this is a great time when you're going through the birthday list to kind of weed out people who maybe you don't need to be friends with or follow anymore. So when I say unfollow people, you and I could still be Facebook friends, but we don't have to follow each other, which means on my newsfeed, I'm not going to see your stuff. So I'm not going to be distracted. And there is nothing, for me, it's like a squirrel. There is nothing more distracting than a happy thriver to another thriver, because I'm like, oh, congratulations. Oh my gosh, yay. Oh, I could spend all day talking to happy thrivers, but that doesn't make me any money. So I purposely have to unfollow people. So this is also a great time to do that. And then somebody asked me the other day, why do I write down the names on my calendar now versus just opening Facebook tomorrow? Well, I don't know about you, but if I open Facebook tomorrow to do birthday reach outs, it's very possible that I will never find my way to the birthday reach out, because somebody will post a picture of a puppy, or maybe a t-shirt with a funny saying will pop up, and I'll click the button and I'm in the catalog, and the next thing I know myself. If you are regimented and you can hack it, good for you, save this stuff, but I am not. Also, if I find myself tomorrow, maybe between clients with like 15 minutes to kill, I can just open my calendar and I know right who I have to hop into Messenger and send a message to. Because when I'm in Messenger, I'm golden. When I'm on social media, I'm a little bit like a 5-year-old in a candy store. So that's why I do it this way, in case you were wondering. So I have a couple more to write down here. So we're writing birthdays all the way out through the 11th, which would be next Sunday. And don't you love when you do this too, and you're like, oh, I forgot my friend's birthday's this week. Good thing we write these things down. The other thing you can do if you're tech savvy is just screenshot these names. I can take the screenshot, but I don't always remember to pull it up and look at it. So it's totally however it works for you, but that's another option for your birthdays. So now that you have all your birthdays written down, so I already know tomorrow my first 4 reach outs are birthday reach outs for these people right here that I have written down. So I don't have to scroll through Facebook. I don't have to look for topics. I don't even have to think about it. And to me, that's also a great kicking off point. Just how when you wake up in the morning and you don't have to think about anything but putting the capsules in your mouth and swallowing them. You don't have to do math. You don't have to measure anything, right? Like it's just the easiest way to get your day started. For me, that's the same way. If I already have the people's names down and I know who I'm hopping into Messenger and dealing with, that's what gets my ball rolling. If I'm like, who am I going to talk to today? That's when my ball starts bouncing in all directions, and I'm just not I'm not cut up for that stuff. Okay, so the next group of people that I want to get on my list for this week is we're going to go back into the cloud, and I'm going to go to my customer button. And this time, instead of how we scrolled all the way to the end where it said next auto ship, I'm going to scroll to, it's kind of, it's close to the end, but not quite, where it says last order. And I'm just going to hit that once. Well, I don't know about you, but I have a large list of people who have not ever placed an order. So what I'm going to do is put 3 of those names down for Monday, 3 for Tuesday, 3 for Wednesday on my contact list of who I'm going to talk to in Messenger. Now, on occasion, if you've been around here for a while, if you're 12K or up, correct me if I'm wrong, but people can log in and find a promoter. Like if they don't know anybody, they just heard about Thrive and they just want to order it. So randomly, you might get an order from a customer that you don't know them. This is the point where if I see a name like that and I'm like, I don't even know this person, their email is right there next to it. So you can also jot down that email, because most everyone that I have on my list is someone who I'm connected to somehow through either Instagram or Facebook. So to me, it's easier to hop into Messenger and like pick up where we left off on our last conversation. But if it's someone you don't know, you have that email right there that you can send. So I'm going to write down here in the next few minutes. And again, I know you're suffering through this with me, but this is how I plan for my week. So I'm going to take 3 names per day for the next 7 days, and I'm going to write them on my calendar. And here we go. If you are brand new and you're like, well, that must be nice to have names. I don't have anybody's names to contact. I would rather you right now go into your Facebook, your personal Facebook profile, and click on your friends list and start pulling names off your friends list of people you haven't talked to in a while. And if you're new, maybe 1 or 2 a day is all you want to do in the beginning. If you're new and you want to hit the 4K bonus by the end of the month, I would say 10 a day minimum. So you decide how many, but if you don't have a list in the cloud of people who already have customer accounts that haven't ordered, then go to your Facebook or your Instagram or Snapchat, wherever it is that you're active on social media. I'm guilty of always calling it Facebook, regardless of what I mean, and start pulling names off of that. But again, this is just another way that no matter what I'm doing or where I am, I can just pull out my calendar. I already have the names in front of me. All I have to do is hop into Messenger. I don't even have to open the cloud tomorrow to look for names. It's all going to be on my calendar ready to go. That's how I like to plan my week, so I know when I'm coming and going. For sake of time, I'm just going to write my names down through Wednesday, and then I'll keep going. But this gives you an idea of how I do and what I do. Okay, because the next place I like to pull, so when I'm thinking about my day, I just am constant like, who can I talk to? Who can I talk to? Who can I talk to? Who can I connect with? So when I say that, I'm not saying like, who can I call and be like, hey, have you ordered Thrive? It's not like that. I'm just like, who can I connect with? Who can I talk to? So you're seeing I'm pulling the birthday names. I'm pulling people who have not placed orders in a while. And again, like when I go to pull up, so there's one girl on here. She's made an account a pretty long time ago. She's never ordered. I don't know that I've seen anything of hers on Facebook lately. So I may have to pop in Facebook and peek on her to see, or I may just be able to open up Messenger and there could be something in there that triggers me, like will give me, a question about, how's your daughter doing or whatever. but I am focused on names and how many names can I connect to in a day. Once I get through all those connections, then you can start worrying about making posts, and you can start worrying about checking on your team, and you can start worrying about all the other things. But our job as promoters is to promote and push the Thrive experience forward into the world. And the best possible way to do that is through the connections of people. So I always think of, where can I gather names from? So we've taken the birthday names, we've taken names of people who haven't ordered in a really long time. Now, the other thing I like to do is, I'm still in the cloud. I'm going to go to my team, and I'm going to go to the sponsorship downline. These are people, it's going to pop up for you. These are people who signed up directly under you. So what I do at the top, where there's it says sponsorship downline 4, and it should say your name. It'll say level 1. And then it says promoter number. What I do instead is I go through and I pick out current QV. Sometimes I'll pick out current PV. You could do qualified or active. I like to sort it by something different to kind of clue me in on who's not been active. It's only the 4th of the month, so it's very possible that a lot of promoters are sitting at 0 PV. But I'm just going to sort it by QV. And then once I do that, then I just leave it at ascending, like it's already set to ascending. So then I hit sort. So now it's going to pull up a list of names for me of promoters that there's nothing under them, qualification volume. There could be some PV, or no, I guess there wouldn't if they have PV. Yeah, these are people that have 0 under them. And like I said, it's the 4th. So as you go through this list, you may be like, oh, well, that girl was 4K last month. She just hasn't placed an order yet. Okay, don't write her name down. That's fine. I want you to go through and find 2 names a day of what I call non-promoting promoters. So it's people who signed up as a promoter and then did squat, or people who signed up as a promoter just for like a package deal. And I'm going to connect with these people because, again, it's really easy to lose track of your non-promoting promoters. Like, you might throw out, once every few months, a rebate or something, and they come crawling out of the woodwork. But if you were to stay more active in their feed, top of mind, you may find out that somebody is wanting to, or maybe they need to change their financials. Maybe somebody lost their job. The last year has not been easy. I think of an example that happened to a girl on our team this week. There was a person that signed up as a promoter maybe she talked about doing a long time ago or whatever. Well, she went ahead and clicked promoter button. Well, the girl she signed up under immediately was like, oh, she's really shy. It might've been an accident, or she might've just done it for the deal, blah, 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 blah. Well, the up line reached out to her, and the girl was like, flat out, you know what? I am on a mission to change my life. I want to make this business. I need and want to earn the income. I'm ready to push myself out of my comfort zone. So just because you think you know them, like the girl who she actually signed up under immediately was like, oh, no, she's not going to do that. Had the other upline not reached out just to say, hey, I'm here for you. What are your intentions? What are you thinking? That person could have been completely written off and not supported. And now we know that this girl actually does want to change her life. So that's why you've got to dig into your people and talk to them. But, somebody who promoted 4 years ago and dropped off the face of the earth, they might need to come back. Or maybe somebody's been like, I have some people who I call them non-promoting promoters, but they have a couple customers every month. They haven't gotten new people in a long time, but they know what that feels like to get credits and turn it into commissions. So I just like to stay in contact with these people. So anyway, I take 2 a day and I add that to my list of people I'm going to reach out to. And I won't take time to write them down because we're already at the 30-minute mark. The other place I like to get names from really quick while you're doing this, anybody that goes through my stories on Instagram or Facebook. I mean, not anybody, because if I pull up my my happy Easter story from this morning, there's a bunch of my friends that are popping up first, some cousins, and I have a huge family, so there's a lot of cousins. But here's a girl who's been following my story. I'm going to write her name down. Here's a girl who's not a Thriver, but she's always on my story, and she gave this one a heart, and I'm holding my capsules. So I'm going to pop into her, message and be like, hey, how was your Easter? Again, now is this week is going to be the easiest week to talk to people. It's almost like back around Christmas. There's always something to talk about. So that's where you can pull people's names from. You don't always have to go to your friends list, although I do love my Facebook friends list because there's a lot of people there. Okay, so I might be missing some things, but like I said, we've already been here half an hour. Does this help? Do you see how I just get a nice round grouping of people to have conversations with, so that I'm always talking to new people, and I'm not letting other people fall through the cracks, because it's really easy to let people fall through the cracks. And like I said, I already have my calendar in front of me, so I already know we have a team Zoom tomorrow. I already have my guest speaker, Miss Lisa, is doing that tomorrow. I already have stuff like that. So really my focus now is, who am I going to talk to this week? What, who is going to be like, oh, there's that Tammy girl again. She's so this or that or the other, and she's always got that sticker on. That to me is the biggest part of our job. So hopefully this helped you figure out. And again, you guys do what works for you. For me, it just works better. When tomorrow morning, when I wake up and I open my calendar, I already have all these names looking at me. All I have to do is talk to them and check them off. Talk to them and check them off. In between that, I'll have clients, I'll have group chats, I'll have lunch, I'll do all the things, but I will just make sure I am checking all of these names off. Again, I will encourage you, if you are trying to grow your business and you're like, I am in it to win it, don't stop at 5 reach outs a day. Just don't. I was in a lot of FB groups prior to Thriving. I'm slowly trying to leave them. Do you know a quick way to get out of more than, you know what? I don't know a quick way to get out of more than one. It's just someone else. Cause I didn't have that many, but I had the same thing. Like I had tried to join a bunch of groups, and then I realized some of them weren't going anywhere. And so I just literally had to go through them one by one to get out of them. So I don't know. Dawn, put that on your list. Just be like, every day I'm going to leave 3 groups. And before you know it, you'll be out of all of them. That could just be one of your little, like, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't spend an hour leaving groups, but leave 3 a day. And then before you'll just whittle away at it. So I was saying, if you're truly wanting to grow, I encourage people to do 10 to 30 reach outs a day. It's just, our job is to connect to people. And if you're only connecting to 5 a day, you're slowing yourself down. So anyway, with that, I'm going to hop off here because it's Easter and you guys need to go back to your family. Thank you for being on here tonight. I hope this helped. We'll be back next Sunday, and this will be up on the YouTube. So bye.